Hello everyone, this is Toonski Plays coming in with Factorio episode 8 of Space Exploration. If you're new here, the playlist is in the description, and if you're a returning viewer, leave a like, comment, lets me know you enjoyed the series and helps promote it via the algorithm. Last episode, we made our way and we started putting walls up around the bases. In between episodes, I've cleared out all the bases, I'm pretty sure. But I can't see none. There's a dead body up there. 2 dead bodies. Died quite a few times, but now we have a lot more land to play with. Now obviously got 4 patches. We got iron here, copper, iron. How many? We got 3 iron, 2. I'm probably not going to use that. 2 copper, 1 stone, 1 coal, and 4 oil. Which is good because the iron ore is running out very quickly. So, what are we doing this episode? So we want to get miners on all of these, make proper nodes, because as I said in episode 1, I don't want to do the bus system, I want to do the nodes. And now we have the space to do that. So, obviously we're not going to use belts to do it all. We're going to be using train. And I also want to get some landfill up and going, so I can fill in all this water here. Because there's loads of little puddles knocking around, and I'd love to get rid of it. So, just head back to the base. Get a little landfill thing set up. Might get some explosives so I can destroy these cliffs. And we shall get the railway up and running. I'll see you there. Right, and we have the start of what we have planned. Got the railways making here, railways, iron sticks, steel and stone, iron coming air sticks, blah blah blah. And I've also got a little thing up here for the landfill. 423. Because what we want to do, so I want to do a lot with trains. Trains are the option, but I want to get all this filled in first. There's a lot of trees I need out of the way. But first thing I need to get up and running is our defences. At the minute, oh, that's done. The advanced metal processing, it's the next tier 3 smelter. I'll show you that in a second, but first thing I want to do is get turrets up and running, going around. Now, I could do laser turrets. I do. What do you got unlocked? Do I? Laser shooting speed. There it is. Laser turrets. I can make these, but I'm not in a position where they're useful. So when you first get these, they're quite weak. It takes a bit before they become better than the regular turrets on the outside. But turrets on the outside require ammo, and this little military node isn't going to be enough. So the first thing I'm going to do is fill in all the land and then start mining up the ores. I've got I downloaded the blueprint for the tracks, just very simple. Just makes my life a little bit easier. And 4-way junction, like that would take ages to figure out. But we've got them all done, which is cool. So first thing we're going to do is fill in the land and destroy all the trees knocking around. So, get our landfill, go down to the bottom, grab some grenades, and then let's get to work. See you in a second. Right, so I have found a little straggler base at the bottom here. Canny size as well. Oop. That is not something you're meant to do. That was a bad start, admittedly. I think I'm gonna die. I am definitely going to die. Yep. Alright, so little base down there. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Don't think there's any other bases. Hoping that was the only base. Could have got in from there. Yeah, either way, get cracking on. I've had a slightly better idea with how I'm going to ammo the turrets on the far walls. Obviously we're using trains, but as you can see we got 5 cargo loads there, train station and the main control. So what I'm going to do is I've blueprinted out the trains, downloaded a blueprint here just off the internet. Scroll through, it's got different tracks and stuff. Just makes life a bit easier. So anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to build a train track. We're going to start here, 5 cargo units. This fills up all 5, balances them out obviously. Go up the top, up here, we'll have a little train station just here, and cargo number 1, so this one just here, will drop off just there, fly across the top, down across here, have a train station just there. Cargo's number 2, number 3, and number 4. Only 4. 1, 2, 4. Do only need 4. So I don't need the extra one. It's just the 4 I need. Oops. So that's how it's going to work. All this is just going to come into these 4 and it's going to drop them off at the top. But first I have a lot of train track to build. Right, I'll see you in a second. Right, we are back and we have our train setup. The base is running very slowly because the iron line is pretty much done. It's pretty much let's get rid of them. Don't need any more turrets for now. But yeah, the iron base is pretty much running out. So how trains work, we set up stations, we go northern base, add a condition, put it on manual first, add a condition, we'll go time passed, and we'll give it 20 seconds. So when this base goes up to the top, up there, it waits there for 20 seconds. And we shall add that condition to each of the bases. Time passed. "20 seconds." And then we go back to main base. And we go until time passed, we'll give it 30 seconds. Alright, so this is all the train stops. We go to the northern base, waits 20 seconds, east, south, south base, which is that one there, and the main base, which is where we load up. So if one thing I forgot to do, fairly important, is we need to fill up the main engine with fuel. I can just quickly grab some. Should be some down here, yep. There we go. So now this will fill up the main train with fuel. So we just fly up here, set it to automatic, and then we can see it going. The rail signals, what these do is these look ahead. So if there's a train there, it looks ahead towards the next one, which is here, or be here. If there's any train in there, it's a red light, as you can see. It means don't move. But as you can see in this one, it's green because there's no train in it. So if we just go in there, set this to automatic, got enough fuel, and off we go. There we go. We are arriving at the first base. There it is. See, you've got the walls and turrets going around, and it's set up just at the first one. It's got 20 seconds to unload, where it will go across the wall. And it's the same with all the other bases. The eastern one takes from number 2, south number 3, south base number 4. Let's make sure I've set this up right. Let's do a quick run. There we are. Base number 2. The east base takes from cargo number 2. Working like an absolute charm. Southern wall takes from number 3, which is correct. And finally the last base stops at the 4th one. So that all works perfectly fine. Let's get rid of these from the blueprint. Now what I want to do is start making furnaces. So if I take this one, yeah, so we'll start working on smelting up iron, steel, copper and all that sort of stuff. We'll start with the iron and I'll be back in a second. Right, so here's the iron. We have, oops, put that there. So for the iron, we have iron now. When people do iron for trains, there's one or two things you can really do. You can smelt the ore on site, which means the ore goes straight into a furnace and then the plate goes off to wherever it needs to go, which is not bad for starting, but when you get a bigger base you can't really control that. It's hard to know exactly how much iron and stuff you've got knocking around. So an alternative to that is just to train up the ore, which is what you can see happening there. We've got a buffer chest on all of them. I can't make train just yet, but what I'm going to do instead of smelting all the ores on site is we go up here, and this is going to be the iron plate smelter. So the ores come in here, smelt up, and then they go off on this train stop. And one thing I want to do as well for the ores is I don't want to use the steel furnace anymore because it needs fuel. Instead I want to use the electric furnace, and for that we need heat shielding, advanced circuits, steel furnace and steel plate. Heat shielding, how do I make that? Heat shielding, we need stone tablets, steel and furnace, and sulfur. Okay, it's not too bad. That's quite easy to make, so I'm going to make a load of these, probably 50 or so, and I shall get the train up and running. Be back in a second. Right, so we are up and ready to go. As you can see, iron ore get quickly filling up into train. Fuel going in. So for this train, we need it to go to iron plate, just at the top there. Condition empty cargo, and then come back to iron ore. Condition item count. If it is equal to or more. Alright, no, we're not going to do that one. Just do time passed. Give it a minute each time. Not quite that much, but give it a minute, and then just jump inside this, click automation, and let's go. So we have 500 ores in each, and it's going to the smelting plant. Because the smelting plant is on the opposite side, I've had to add a little roundabout at the top, flies along and comes back down into the iron plate factory. Unloads until it's completely empty. These belts will need to be upgraded obviously, and I've got another train station for future, but yeah, it comes along and it goes into the electric furnace. You have 2 module spots there, which comes in handy very later on, and I've also got a 3 block space in between the 2 lines, and that is for a future build. Now, one thing you might have noticed is there's a lot of land for this tiny little space. I mean, the train stations are down here, so but the reason I've done that is because this is a permanent iron plate node. Like, I have no intentions of getting rid of this. Even until the final episode, this will still be standing. Maybe not in the same condition, but it will still be here. And I just want to make sure I've got enough room so I can extend these down, extend these train stations, and extend upwards. So by the end of this, by the end of the series, this iron plate node will be absolutely jam-packed with these going around. But yeah, as you can see, no fuel, just iron places. Same speed as the steel furnace, but doesn't require fuel, just electricity. And everything should be online, and that is the iron plate factory done. Train's already gone, and he'll be back in a minute. As you can see on the minimap, it's just down there. So next thing I want to do is do a similar thing to this, but with copper, stone and steel. Got 2 iron, so I'll probably have 2 iron ore patches, I just have a train station like there, and just bring that down and fly it around to here. So these two will be iron, this one will be steel, stone brick, copper plate. This one could just be stone, I suppose. But either way, I'll start getting that set up for the next episode. I'm going to end this episode here, so if you've enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you episode 9, I believe it will be. Right, anyway, I'll see you then. Ta-da.